What are we? What makes us what we are and what we're going to be? It's grit. It's what we started with last year, guys. Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
Can definitely compete with the big dogs.
10-5 end zone touchdown Detroit Lions.
You guys are unbelievable, man. I'm telling you.
We are driven by Detroit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome on back to yet another live stream edition of Motor City Mania. I know it has been a rather long time since I've done one of these, but as we all know, it's that time of year where obviously we have the holidays, Christmas, New Year's. It's just been a lot more going on right about now, where I've been spending more time with family rather than doing this. I wanted to make sure I kept doing the shows, but I'm telling you right now, it is hard as hell trying to find the time to sit down for 3+ hours to do these things. And I'm going to let you know, there might be a possibility, depending upon how this game goes, I might have to dip out early before the end of it because I got to be back to duty. I'm on a break right now where I should be sleeping, but you know me, I'm not going to sleep through this. So I got to be back to duty at midnight. But anyway, I figured I was going to do this because everyone was asking for me to do it. And I was like, you know what? Not only am I going to watch the game, but you know what? There's a lot of other things about this game that I'm really, really intrigued about. I'm really looking forward to. So I was like, I'll stream the game. I'm going to have fun with it. It's really a fun game for me because of the fact that, one, obviously, Lions are playing at home again. Third playoff game in a row. Well, third playoff game that the Lions have played at home in the last 2 years. Then on top of that, I'm going to be able to listen tonight. So not only am I going to be broadcasting as far as, giving my commentary and doing play-by-play, but I'm actually going to be enjoying the game in another sense because Tom Brady's going to be, commentating on this game. And even though I like Peyton Manning more than Tom Brady as a quarterback, whatever Tom Brady has to say about football, I want to hear what that guy has to say. That guy is knowledgeable beyond all belief. And anything I can glean from him, I'm definitely paying attention to. So just wanted to take a couple of minutes before the game actually, started to kind of get back into the mode, get back into the mojo, so to speak. But already see we got a bit of comments in here. But Braylon Dennis is happy about the live stream. So is Dean DeGreer. Patrick Phillips says, Lions going to eat tonight. Jason says, glad I'm back. Absolutely. I'll just say this right now, folks. I'm just looking forward to this game. There's a lot of things about this game that I'm really, really excited about because I want to see how this rushing attack does against the Washington Commanders defense. I want to see how our defense does against Jaden Daniels. Because let me put it out there for y'all, folks. If the Lions defense can give a good outing against Jaden Daniels, then honestly, I think we'll be fine with whatever quarterback we face. Because think about it, from here on out, we're going to face nothing but mobile quarterbacks. Because let's think about it. Unless the Rams somehow beat the freaking Eagles, which, don't get me wrong, there is that possibility. We're going to either face freaking, Hurts, either Mahomes, freaking Lamar, or, Josh Allen. All those guys are mobile. So unless, Matthew Stafford pulls a rabbit out of his you-know-what, chances are we're going to face more mobile quarterbacks. And if we can handle Jaden Daniels, I think we'll be in a good spot going forward. Now, obviously, as somebody just mentioned in here, if we get to the Super Bowl, which I think is very likely, we're obviously going to get Hutch back. And if Hutch comes back, that's going to also change the landscape here. So, again, there's a lot of things from this game I'm going to be really, really, really paying attention to. Oh, Braylon, I know it's supposed to be snowing in Philly because here's the thing. I'm up here in, Fort Drum in New York. We have now been told that from up here in where I'm at, from Monday to Wednesday, we're under a snowstorm warning or snowstorm effect, whatever you want to call it. We're supposed to get like 20 to 30 degrees below temperature zero, below zero temperatures, pardon me. And we're supposed to get lake effect snow. And there's supposed to be this huge snowstorm that's supposed to be flying in all the way from New Jersey, Philadelphia, the Long Island area for New York. So, yeah, Philly's going to get ransacked. It's going to get sacked with snow. But the other thing about this game I'm really, really curious about is to see how this Lions defense, even with all the injuries, does in this playoff atmosphere. And let me say why I'm saying that. I'm not expecting them to do bad. In fact, I'm expecting them to do good. Because let's think about this. The Lions have, in essence, been playing playoff football for the last month and a half already. Because they've had to win virtually every single game so that way they could get the number one seed. When you've got that mindset, you have to keep winning so that way you can get that number one seed. You are literally already in playoff mindset football. Because it's like, listen, this is do or die. There are no redos. There are no do-overs. We have got to get this done. Thank you for the donation, Jack. Always appreciate them. Right now, we're taking a look at all the players coming in for their introductions. I think Tim Patrick just came in. So game will be starting here momentarily, which is absolutely fantastic news because I'll tell you what, I've been waiting for this game all week. I knew it was going to be on Saturday, and I was like, that doesn't make a damn bit of difference to me because I want it right now. But it's like, I got to wait. I still have to wait. But I did kind of figure out why you guys wanted me to do the live stream tonight, and the reason I found out was because I found it out on Twitter. Derek of Lions Syndicate, he's actually at the game. So if he's at the game, he's not going to be broadcasting. He's not going to be streaming. So I was like, okay, if he's going to be streaming, I definitely have to step up because everybody either looks to one of us or one of him, either him or me, to most likely do streamings. And if they don't have one of those, they're going to go somewhere else, whether it's Woodward Sports or, some other nonsense, whatever the case might be. And I was like, you know what? I want to do this because it's going to be fun, but I also feel like I got to kind of represent, Derek a little bit. Oh, I know they're expensive, Braylon. Trust me. I would love nothing better than to go to a Lions game, especially a playoff game. But I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of money. I do not have that kind of money. Wish I did, but I don't. But anyway, I'm going to say this right now. Like I said in the last couple of videos that I put out, keys to victory tonight. Lions have got to run the ball. Run, and run some more. I should hear nothing but Jahmyr Gibbs' name for quite a bit. Because Gibbs should be getting the ball the most tonight. I know Monty's back, but dude, don't overwork him. Have him get like maybe a half of the handoffs that freaking, Gibbs is getting. So I expect us to run the ball quite a bit. But I also expect this. Freaking use the play action passing. Because here's the thing. Not only are the freaking Commanders horrendous in freaking run defense, they're one of the worst defenses when it comes to play action passing. And I'm going to tell you this right now. For anybody that's watched my channel, anybody that's watched Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions running the ball and play action passing, they are freaking like this. They go in lockstep with one another. If you've got a strong running game, you're going to have most likely a strong play action game. So I'm telling you this right now. I expect that Jared Goff is going to have a good night. I expect that this Lions offense is going to have a good night. I expect that this Lions defense is definitely going to have its work cut out for it. But I expect that they're going to do just fine. What I think the Lions defense has got to do above all else, You've got to keep Jaden Daniels in that pocket. Do not let him extend plays. Do not let him get outside of the pocket. Because what you need to do is you need to force Daniels inside of the pocket. You need to force him to make plays from in there. You can't let him get extra time to do whatever he wants to do and start scrambling around. The best thing you need to do is keep him in that pocket. So, apply pressure. Maintain gap control. That's another big thing because, again, if you let gaps start opening up in the freaking areas, Jaden Daniels is going to take advantage of those. So you've got to maintain gap control, which means especially maintaining the edges. The edges have got to make sure that nobody gets outside of them. Because if you lose edge, what's the word I'm looking for here? If you lose the edge assignment, if you lose the edge, a lot of bad things can happen. Honestly, I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know. Call it a gut feeling. Call it a suspicion. But I freaking have a feeling that I think the Lions are going to probably get a pick or two tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph. I wouldn't be surprised because those two are ball hawks, and they know that if you're going to win a game like this, you have got to get turnovers. You have to get turnovers. So I would not at all be surprised if the Lions defense gets an interception or two tonight, because the Lions are going to need it, because they're going to want to find a way to make sure that they get at least a turnover or two. So it looks like Washington won the toss. They have elected to defer, which means the Lions will get the ball to start the game. So we will see the Lions offense up first. I love that. Freaking Dan Campbell said, I don't know if I always find the right words. Dude, Dan, do you not know that you are a literal walking soundbite machine? Damn near any time there's a mic in front of you, you literally, quite literally, you could become a freaking soundbite. Already the fans are going nuts on the field, which shouldn't surprise anybody. 66,000 fans in a stadium with about 95, 97% of them literally Lions fans. And the kickoff is away, and the ball goes right out of bounds. The Lions will start at the 40-yard line. Who here saw that Facebook post that showed that streak of all the positions, and it showed that the kicker for the freaking for the Commanders supposedly was the better kicker than Jake Bates? Very first play of the game, their kicker kicks the ball out of bounds. Gives us an extra 10 yards. Pretty much we're already at midfield. All right, here we go. Goff in the gun. Two receivers to the left. Now goes under center. Single back formation. Montgomery in the backfield. Hands it off to Monty. Monty cuts it inside. He's going to pick up about 2 yards. Lions get Monty back with the first play of the game. All right. 2nd and 8 coming up. Monty in the backfield. St. Brown in motion from right to left. Goff snaps the ball, hands it off to Monty, and Monty gets blown up in the backfield, nearly had his head taken off right there by Fowler. That was instantly a loss of 4 yards right there. Mahogany did not even get a hand on Fowler. That's why that play got blown up. Granted, of course, Mahogany couldn't even get a hand on him. Fowler freaking just blew up that gap. Had no chance there. 3rd and 13, Goff in the gun, empty formation. 3 to the right. Goff snaps, looks to throw. Steps up, is going to throw it, gets it out, throws it to Patrick, and Patrick has it go out through his hands. And that is a drop by Tim Patrick, and the Lions, after starting at the 40-yard line, are going to have to punt the ball away. Brady, you better get your facts right. That was out of freaking Patrick's hand. That was not a misfire. And the punt is away from Fox, and it is going to go out of bounds about the 10-yard line. What the frig? The 20-yard line? Dude, they just gave him 10 yards extra. That was a horrible freaking spot. Horrible spot by the refs right there. Jaden Daniels is in the gun by himself, snaps the ball, looks to throw, gets it out underneath, completes it to Ertz. Ertz is going to pick up about 5 yards. Second and 4. Jaden throws it out, going to get it to McLaurin, and McLaurin is going to get some yardage, and it looks like Amik Robertson is hurt. Hmm. Back to the game. Daniels in the gun is going to throw a quick out to Robinson. And Robinson's going to pick up about 7 yards. Daniels in the gun. Looks like he's calling something out. He got 3 receivers to the right. Snaps the ball, all-out blitz, quick throw underneath, wide open, and gonna break some tackles, gonna get all the way up to the other side of the field. Branch and Campbell get the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Going to be a 2nd and 10 coming up. Daniels in the gun. 2nd and 9 coming up. Snaps the ball. Play action. Going to throw it out and away. Incomplete. 3rd and 9 coming up. Third down coming up for the Commanders' offense. Daniels in the gun again. Trips to the right. And the play is going to be blown dead. And the call is going to be false start. Going to push back Commanders 5 yards. Now instead of 3rd and 9, it's going to be 3rd and 14. Timeout on the field. Don't know who it's for. Could be an official timeout, but I doubt it. It's probably the Commanders trying to ensure that they got the right play and right design in. Snap is away, and it is going to be, they're going to mark the Commanders 1 yard short. Mariota under center, and he's not going to go anywhere. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. Muhammad got the sack. So Lions defense stands tall, gets the turnover on downs, and the Lions offense will take over at the 30. So the Lions defense stands tall despite the injury to Robertson, and is going to give their offense exactly the same position where they would be as if they would have gotten a kickoff. So good job, Lions defense. Way to stand tall. By the looks of it, I'm about a whole 10 seconds, 15 seconds behind all you guys because the play that you're talking about is just happening now. Goff play action, looks deep, gets it to J-Mo. Big completion for about 15, 20 yards. Goff gets the play action game going and now has got the offense rolling. Good, nice, deep out pattern. Trust me, guys, I'm trying my best to get up to where you guys are at, but unfortunately, this is the bad part of being here in New York. Goff under center, snaps the ball, hands it off, gives it to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to pick up a first down and more. Gets about a good 15 yards there on the power. Lions get two big plays back to back. Offense is now rolling. And the Lions are going hurry up. Goff in the gun with Gibbs in the backfield. Got two receivers to the left, one to the right with a tight end. Goff snaps it, looks to throw. Goff throws it, gets it out to Gibbs in the flat. Nobody there. Gibbs turns on the burners, is going to get all the way down to the 15-yard line. And Gibbs once again showing what a dynamic, explosive weapon he is. And Goff has got this offense humming like a diesel. Who gets that reference? Turn on that diesel. Wham, wham, turn on the diesel. Man, I can't believe I made that reference, but I did. Goff under center. St. Brown in motion, pardon me. Goff snaps it. Actually hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to take it outside, going to make some moves, going to get it all the way down to the first down marker. But they're going to mark him short by 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd and 1 at the 4 or 5 yard line. Don't know exactly where it is, but it's going to be right inside near the freaking goal line. Great blocking by Penei Sewell to give Gibbs that outside leverage. And look at Barry Sanders just clapping away. Goff under center. Heavy set formation. 2 receivers to the left, 2 tight ends to the right. Laporta in motion. Going to power back it. Give it to Monty. Monty's going to get it down to the 2 yard line. It's going to be a 1st and goal for the Detroit Lions. Lions now have literally 4 chances to get it in. 1st and goal for the Lions. Lions break the huddle. Goff goes under center. Got a big set formation, extra tight ends. Man in motion. Goff snaps it. Going to give it to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to get in for the touchdown. Lions draw first blood. And with that, the Lions take a 6-0 lead. Hey, I'm going to say this right now. Everybody knew it. Everybody said it. Everybody called it. Run the damn ball. Run it, run it, run it. You see this? This is the football. It is the rock. This is the Commander's face. Field goal is good by Bates. Lions take a 7-0 lead. After a great 4th down stop by Muhammad, the Lions drive all the way down the field quickly to take the lead. And Dan Quinn is already regretting his life choices. I will say this, boys. Gibbs might... Sorry, I don't know what got me there. I'm going to say this right now, folks. You know what the funny thing about this whole situation is? I'm going to tell you it right now. The funniest thing about this whole situation is this. Just listen to me here. Think about this for half a second. Go back 2 years ago. Remember how all of the experts, remember how all of the supposed draft analysts, remember how every single person wanted to say the exact same thing about Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, and the Detroit Lions. They all said that they were insane for taking Jahmyr Gibbs at number 12. Now think about this. I'm going to call it right now. While Goff is going to be the guy that gets the majority of the praise, and he should get a lot of it, I'm telling you this right now. Jahmyr Gibbs, he is going to be that X-factor weapon that ain't nobody going to be able to stop. I'm telling you this right now. Dude, the next Lion that's going to probably get a statue erected is going to be Goff. But do not be surprised if Jahmyr Gibbs gets one himself. Because think about it. Gibbs has got that playmaking capability like Barry Sanders. But the one thing that he has that Barry Sanders did not have, and I'm not trying to say anything, but just think about this. He's got that explosive factor that Barry had, but the one thing he has that Barry didn't have was the ability to catch the ball. Literally, go back to that drive. Freaking Barry Sanders was not a receiving threat, but freaking Gibbs, he took that reception, picked up a solid freaking, 25 yards. I don't know, Patrick. I'm going to say this. Megatron should get the next statue, but the only reason why I'm kind of doubtful is because of and I hate saying it, but it's the truth, is because of the fact of that long cold spell, that long frost, if you will, between the Lions franchise and Megatron. Because think about it. There was about a solid decade where Megatron wanted nothing to do with us because he felt like the Lions cheated him out of money, which by all technicality, they hadn't. It was within their right to take the money back, but they should have let him have it. But that's another story. Back to the game. Daniels in the gun. Got two running backs on both sides. Bring a man in motion. Snaps the ball. He's going to keep it himself on the option, and Daniels is going to get shoved out of bounds only after picking up a couple. Barry Sanders, was he longer? I don't know if he was longer as far as the frost was concerned, but Sanders retired in 98, and they didn't put up his statue until, I think a year or two ago. So if that's any indication, freaking might not be until 2040 until Megatron gets his. 2nd and 6, Daniels in the gun again. Daniels snaps, play action, looks to throw, gets it out quick, is going to get it to McLaurin, and McLaurin is going to get tackled by Arnold, and it's going to be a first down. Daniels is in some sort of a pistol formation, is going to do a pitch out, and he's going nowhere. Anzalone was all over his ass like white on rice. Going to be a huge loss in the backfield as Anzalone was on it from the get-go. Anzalone literally blitzed that, didn't even give that a chance to pick up. Eckler had no chance on that one. God, it's so good to have Anzalone back. 2nd and 14. Daniels in a gun set pistol. Trips right. Snaps the ball. Quick throw out to the right. And again, very minimal gain as Brian Branch stops it for only about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be about a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 coming up. Actually, it is a 3rd and 10, so it is a full 10 yards that the Commanders have got to pick up here. Commanders are going to go empty set by the looks of it. Got 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Lions have got 3 down linemen. Ball is snapped. Blitz is coming. Daniels is going to get it out and is going to be complete for a first down. Crowder got it for a small, well, not a small gain, for a slight gain over a first down. Looks like the Lions were in a zone coverage there because Branch was not directly on him, but to the side of him. Daniels in the pistol, tight trips right, now is in the gun. Daniels snaps, is going to hand it off, and is going to get another first down as Robinson gets a solid 14, 15 yards up the middle. Campbell had him by the shirt, and Branch had to clean it up. Actually, no, that was Melifonwu. Pardon me. Daniels in the gun. 2 receivers to the left and to the right. Now it's going to be 3 receivers to the right. Daniels in the gun all by himself. Play is snapped, and nice swat by Zadarius Smith. Incomplete pass. Freaking Zadarius Smith got that big right hand up there and just freaking swatted that away. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Daniels in the gun again. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Daniels has got a man on his left hip. Daniels is going to snap, looks to throw, gets it out, and it is going to be incomplete. A little overthrown. Good coverage by Branch. Has anybody noticed this? But so far, the Commanders have not done anything except 1 snap, it looks, if I recall correctly, out of the freaking gun. They've either been in gun or in pistol the entire time except 1 snap, and that was the one where Mariota got sacked. Every other time they've been out of the gun or pistol. Daniels in the gun again, trips right, 1 to the left. Man in motion to the outside of the right. Now it's the stack. Daniels looks to throw, gets the throw out, and it is incomplete as the ball came out at the end. Great coverage there. Vildor had him on his back hip and swatted out. Good job, Vildor. One of the few times I can actually say that. Vildor came in at the end and just swatted that ball out. Good job for the makeup. Vildor got beat, no doubt about that, but he made up for it on the back end. So now the Commanders are going to have to settle for a field goal here. And Gonzalez is throwing up a Hail Mary on this 47-yard attempt. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Commanders are now on the board. They are still down, though, 7-3. Lions will now get the kickoff, and we will see where they start. Sorry, fellas and gals out there. I'm just taking notes here because while I do a really good job of having a good memory, I try to recollect everything I can on paper because a lot of this stuff I'm going to use back when I make my content later. So I will say this though. I've already got like 2 episodes in the chute for like after I talk about the game tonight. So trust me, there's going to be a lot of content coming out. But anyway. Anyway. So far, the Lions have managed a 14-point swing in their favor on defense because they've stopped. Actually, no, it wouldn't be a 14-point swing. It would be a 10-point swing. Pardon me. Because they stopped a touchdown altogether with that fourth down stop, and they stopped a touchdown and managed to only hold it to a field goal. Man, that kicker, Gonzalez, he really wants to keep testing that freaking right boundary. Score is 7-3, JJ. Like, Gonzalez, I don't know if he's got an affinity to that right freaking boundary, but that is literally the second time he has come awfully close to kicking that bad boy out of bounds. All right, Lions offense back on the field. Goff in the gun. Got two receivers to the left, one to the right with a tight end to the left. Single back. Goff snaps it, is going to do a fake pitch. Going to throw it underneath to Laporta. Laporta's going to pick up a first down by getting about 13 yards. Now, I'm curious here. Why does Laporta have that brace on his right elbow? Is he trying to mimic a freaking Rob Gronkowski? You are correct. My can is green. Goff under center. I formation. Goff snaps it. Hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs cuts it up inside. Gibbs finds a cutback lane. Gibbs takes it outside. Gibbs is going to make a big gain. Gets it all the way down to the 20-yard line. The Lions are back inside the red zone. Man, Gibbs is electric as hell. Literally, he goes 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds flat. Dude, I'm walking it. I swear to the good Lord above, Gibbs is literally mimicking Barry Sanders tonight. He goes right into that hole, doesn't see anything, cuts back the other way, bolts outside, picks up like a 40-yard gain. Holy cow. Goff in the gun, man in motion. Goff snaps it, fake play action, looks to throw, gonna pump fake it, throws it underneath to freaking Laporta. Laporta's gonna pick up about a solid 7 yards. Good job by Goff keeping his composure there. And Goff throwing off the sidearm throw there, just like Stafford used to do, so don't tell me that Goff can't improvise there. Goff right there showing his ability to throw like a pitcher or a third baseman. I was both, actually. I was a better pitcher than I was a third baseman, but still. Goff under center. St. Brown in motion to the right. 2nd and 4. Got a 12 formation. Monty in the backfield. Goff hands it off to him. Monty's going to power his way. Going to pick up about another 2.5 yards. So it's going to be a long 3rd and... It's either going to be a short 3rd and 2 or a long 3rd and 1. Yep, it's going to be a long 3rd and 1. So the Lions at 3rd and 1 have a lot of options. Goff snaps, looks to throw. And Goff just got strip sacked. Glasgow completely missed that block and just Lions just lost an opportunity there to extend the lead. Folks, Monty's gonna look rusty. He hasn't played football in like a month and a half? I mean, give the guy a break. Plus, on top of that, I guarantee it, even though he's healthy enough to play, he's probably not 100%. So just keep it cool. All right, Daniels in the gun. Deuce receivers, man in motion, is going to hand it off for a power and is going to be a pickup of a first down by Robinson. Daniels in the gun, got these two set receivers on both sides of the ball spread out wide, like super wide. They're almost to the sidelines. Daniels is going to hand the ball off to Robinson again, and Anzalone's going to shove him out of bounds, but the clock is going to keep running. And that's going to end the first quarter with the Lions up 7-3, with the Washington Commanders needing a 5-yard pickup to convert on second down. Anyway, first quarter is officially in the books. All right. Mm, mm, mm. I'm not predicting anything right now. Again, I like to see what the game is going to do as it plays out. Now, if you want to talk about predictions for tomorrow, sure. I'll tell you what I'd like to have happen tomorrow. I would like to have the Rams win against the Eagles, just for the sake of the fact that I would love to play the Rams in the conference championship game, just for the fact of beating Stafford once more at Ford Field. And tomorrow's game with the Bills and the Ravens. Shoosh. You want to talk about probably the hardest game to predict. Man, that's going to be a tough one. I don't honestly know who wins that game, to be honest. I really don't. Because both teams have got something that's going for them. The Bills, they've got a very great offense. Defense is kind of iffy. All right, Daniels is in the gun. And Amik Robertson has been downgraded to out with an elbow injury. And wide open is the receiver for the Commanders. It is a huge gain. Daniel is going to keep the ball, and Kirby Joseph, doing a good job maintaining outside leverage, is going to make sure that they do not pick up the first down, but rather actually a couple of yards. Second and 7 coming up for the Commanders. Daniels under center, play action boot to the right, and Daniels is going to run again and is pushed out of bounds again by Kirby Joseph. Is going to be a third down coming up here. Third and 3 coming up. Garrick, he's not coming back. He's been downgraded out. And Daniels looks to throws it, and it is incomplete, way too far out in front of Zacchaeus. Fourth down and 3 coming up. And it looks like the Commanders are going to go for it. Fourth and 3 coming up. They could be potentially trying to see if the Lions are going to jump off sides here, or they could decide to go for it. Who knows? We'll see what they do. Daniel's going to snap the ball, throws it, gets it complete to his tight end, and is going to get down to the 2-yard line. Commanders now are first and goal. Daniels in the gun. Snaps the ball, looks to throw, and too far out in front of the tight end, incomplete. 2nd and goal coming up. Second and goal coming up. Three receivers out left. Daniels in the pistol, one tight end to the right. Snaps the ball. Going to be an option, and Kirby Joseph is actually going to push him out, going to lose a yard on the play there. So now 4th and goal coming up. Third and goal, three receivers to the left. Going to be a play action fake. Technically, that's not pass interference. Technically, that's defensive holding. But either way, it's an automatic first down. First and goal for the Commanders again. Daniels in the pistol. Daniels snaps it, hands it off to Robinson, and Robinson is going to lose a yard. 2nd and goal coming up. Lions are at the 2-yard line trying to force a goal line stop. Daniels in the gun, trips right formation, one tight end to the right. Daniels hands it off, and touchdown for the Commanders. Commanders score. They are now out in front of the Lions. There's going to be a injury timeout, as it looks like there is a serious injury for the Commanders' right guard. I'm going to We're down by 3 points, folks. Let's not start losing our heads. Lions have been down 23-7 before and still won the game. Let's not get overzealous here. Anyway, I'm going to be back in a moment, folks. All right, back to the game. And the kick is away, and the kick is up, and the Commanders take a 10-7 lead. Again, folks, it is way, way, way too early to be worrying about the game already. How many times have we seen this Lions team either go into the half period down and come back and win the game, or they have found a way to rally before half and continue going into the second half the same way? Again, there's no reason to worry. We're down 3 points. It's not like we're down 17 or 20-something points. We're down freaking 3 points. And let's be honest here. If Glasgow does his job, we don't have that fumble. And, now we're looking at a potentially only 4-point difference and we're still up. So again, there's no reason to worry. It's way, way too early to start thinking that this game's a trouble point for the Lions. Calm down. Let's let the Lions play their game. Kickoff is away and is going to be returned. And, Reynolds is going to get all the way up to the 30. I understand what you're saying, DC. Again, I looked at that play, and trust me, I didn't like the call either. But again, let's understand something here. Technically, what Brian Branch did, while it was not pass interference, it was technically holding because he did grab his jersey. Ticky-tacky, but still. Goff snaps the ball, play action, looks to throw, steps up, is going to heave it downfield, and he's going to, just missed J-Mo. Was a little out in front. Man, even though I know that was a miss, I'm still remembering how people used to say when we drafted J-Mo, Goff was not going to be able to get it to him. But dude, that's the second time this season Goff has overthrown J-Mo. So don't anybody say Goff don't have arm strength. Goff in the gun, looks to throw, gets it out quick, throws it underneath, gets it to St. Brown. Brown's going to pick up 8 solid yards, going to make it a either very long 3rd and 2 or a 3rd and 3. Just depends on the spot. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up here. Goff in the gun by his lonesome. Demo coming into the backfield. Trips to the right, one man to the left. Goff snaps, looks to throw. Goff's going to throw it up again, and it's caught by St. Brown. Even though he was pushed in the back, it's going to be a pass interference, and it's going to get added to the end of the play. Pass interference on St. Brown, who still makes the catch. 15 more yards coming up. Whatever. 5 yard. Oh, they're going to deny the call, and they're just going to take the yardage anyway. But, dude, St. Brown just laying out there, making a beautiful catch off a beautiful throw by Jared Goff right there. Awesome job. Those two are just getting it done. Oh, Zach Ertz is out of the, well, he's being evaluated for a concussion, so their tight end is potentially out too. Hand off to Gibbs. Gibbs cuts it back. Gibbs is going to pick up another first down. Dude, think about this. Every time Gibbs has touched the damn ball, it's a first down. Think about that. Gibbs has touched the ball every single time he gets a first down. Doesn't matter if it's a reception, doesn't matter if it's a rushing yard. He's getting first downs every single time he touches the ball. Like, dude. Goff under center, I formation. Goff snaps it. Pitches it out to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to find well, that one's not going to get a first down. That's going to go right back to the line of scrimmage. I spoke too soon. Second and 10 coming up for the Lions. Lions in the red zone again. 7.4 rush for the Lions. Raymond in motion. Goff snaps it, throws it to Raymond. Raymond's going to get some blocking. Raymond's going to pick up a first down and almost gets to the touchdown. Lions are now down to the 2-yard line, first and goal. Dude, I see you, Dean. I thought he was going to get it. I thought for sure Raymond was going to get it. But he was just a little short. But look at those guys out there. Laporta, Saint, they're blocking, doing great job. Goff under center. It's going to be a I formation big set. Laporta in motion. Goff snaps it. Looks to throw. Goff is going to throw and gets it to Laporta. Touchdown! One-handed grab by Laporta. Great job, Laporta. Great throw by Goff with a freaking guy on his back head. Sorry, back hip. Dude. Who watched that Chiefs game? Goff just got tackled the same way that freaking Mahomes did and made the same throw to his tight end for a touchdown. Same freaking play. Don't tell me Goff ain't on Mahomes' level. Don't tell me that. Woohoo! Hey, Brady, how about you give Goff some love there? You freaking give it all to freaking Mahomes. Lions are up again. Kick is up. Lions go up again by 4. Dude, look at this. That is the same kind of play. That is the same type of play that Mahomes made to freaking, his tight end, but Laporta made it look better. Like Goff and Laporta outshone Mahomes and Kelsey. Dude. Mahomes, take some lessons from Goff, boy, because woo-wee! Goff just made that look so pretty. And Laporta, Lions back up 14-10. And now I got to find my pin that I just threw. Where did I throw that damn thing? Oh, there it is. Freaking get excited. Ooh-wee. Dude, I'm going to tell you this right now. You want to know what would be funny? I just saw that comment by Brady jockeying for Ben Johnson. You want to know what would be the funniest thing of all year? Lions get all the way to the end of it. win the Super Bowl. And then the Raiders are like, okay, you ready to become the head coach? And he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to stay another year. Could you imagine how absolutely butthurt, how pissed the Raiders would be? Sorry, guys. I'm just talking to my dad right now. That's all. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Back to the game. Whew. 7.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Commanders, Daniels in the pistol. 2 wide receivers spread out wide, both sides. Commanders now go to the gun. Option play, and Daniels is going to go nowhere. Oh, of course he's watching the game. Of course my dad's watching the game. There's 2 reasons why my dad's watching the game. He's watching the game because he's been kind of like a subdued Lions fan for a long time. Like he's always rooted for the hometown team, but he's never been a diehard fan like I have. No, Perry, we don't get the ball to start the second half. Daniels in the gun. And Daniels snaps the ball, looks to throw, steps up, throws it, gets it to his man, and his man is going to pick up the first down. But the other reason my dad is watching this game tonight is because, again, much like myself, Brady's commentary. Daniels in the pistol, 3 receivers to the right in a star formation, actually triangle. And Daniels is going to snap the ball, throws it out. It is going to be caught by McLaurin, and McLaurin's going to bust loose. And McLaurin's going to get in for the touchdown. Wow. And when you know it, it was Vildor who missed the tackle. Too much arm tackling right there. The momentum's not gone, guys. Come on. This is literally the exact same situation that happened no more than 4 minutes ago. And kick is up. Kick is good. Commanders go back up on top by 3. Honestly, I would not be at all surprised if this game is going to wind up being a shootout. Would not at all be surprised. No, it was not Joseph. Joseph was not the guy that missed the tackle to begin the play. That was Vildor. Kirby Joseph tried to tackle him on an angle, but just couldn't get to him because, freaking McLaurin's fast as hell. Are you kidding me? They're now making a live action How to Train Your Dragon? Dude. This is, dude, good Lord. Can't they make anything original anymore? Seriously. This is part of the reason why I stopped watching movies, because all they do anymore is just remake the same crap over and over again. Rakestraw is off of IR. Well, they started his clock. He's not officially back. He practiced for the first time on, was it Friday? It was either Thursday or Friday. But Rakestraw is not out there. He's been ruled out. But Rakestraw is practicing, so he could be back next week. But, getting back to what I was saying about movies. I don't understand it. Why do they just constantly... He's already out house rules. They ruled him out about a half hour ago. He's out with an elbow injury. But anyway, I just don't understand why Hollywood just keeps remaking cartoon movies into live action films. It's dude, I'm sorry. I don't see the point in that. There's a reason why cartoon films are supposed to stay cartoon films. Okay, no. Seriously, John? That is so wrong. Criminally. I know that was meant to be funny, but dude, that's just wrong. I know, that's why I said, John, I get that was meant to be funny, but dude, that's just wrong. That's one of those things where it's funny, but it's wrong. Ever seen that cartoon, Two Stupid Dogs? Remember how the guy would say, "Ain't that cute, but it's wrong." That's what that was. Anyway, back to the game. Goff in the gun. Oh, false start. Damn it. Laporta, damn it all. Ugh. They do, Steve, if they don't take the ball out. But see, that's the thing. The Commanders are not wanting to give the Lions the 30 yards. They want them to earn the yardage. Goff in the gun, snaps it, hands it off to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to pick up about 2 yards, maybe. Excuse me. Because think about it, Steve. Every time that the Commanders have kicked the ball off to the Lions, they've never let the ball go into the end zone. They're specifically telling their kicker to kick it with inside the kicking zone so that way the Lions have to return it. They're doing that for a specific reason because they don't want the Lions to get the 30 yards. They want them to be starting shorter than that. Goff snaps, looks to throw. Goff steps up, throws it, and it's intercepted. And it's a pick six. Oh, boy. That was a pure overthrow on Goff's hand. That was a bad throw. That was a bad throw. That is one of the few times I can honestly say that Goff has missed. That is literally one of the few times I can say that Goff has missed. Damn. Wow. Goff, who's been so good this year, that is like one of his worst throws I've seen. There is no, dude, I'm telling you this right now. I'm getting tired of y'all saying panic. We're down 10 points, folks. It's not the time to panic. I mean, dude, I swear. Like, I don't understand how y'all can forget the Texans game. Down 23-7 going into halftime, and we find a way to win that game. We're only down by 10 points. Like, holy cow. And again, this is why I said what I said about the Commanders. I was not expecting the Lions to blow them out. I was expecting a competitive game where we should win comfortably. Like 10 points would be what I was expecting. I was not expecting a 50-10 blowout. So again, doesn't matter if it's the Texans regular season. Was or was not the Texans a playoff team? Purified, do you not remember that Brady has had like 6 or 7 4-pick games? Like, dude, I swear to good Lord above. Whatever. That's why I'm not going to literally. That's why I'm not going to let this nonsense get to me. Quite literally, this game is not even close to done. I have no doubt in my mind that the Lions, like they always have done, oh boy, Goff is going into the locker room to get looked at. Which now means Teddy Bridgewater's in. Goff just said he's good. So Goff will be back. Okay, that's it. I'm done with your ass. And now Gibbs has a false start. And now Goff is back out on the field in the blue tent. Bridgewater hands it off to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to pick up a first down. Okay, 2nd and 1. Wasn't a first down, but was damn close. Bridgewater back to throw. Bridgewater throws underneath, gets it to Gibbs, and Gibbs will pick up the first down. And it looks like Goff is getting ready to come back in because he's walking down the sideline with his helmet on. So Goff should be back in this next play. So this will be the last play for Bridgewater before Goff comes back in. Bridgewater under center. Bridgewater snaps it, hands it off, and it's going to be an end around to Jamo, and Jamo's got a full head of speed. Jamo off to the races. Jamo's going to score. Jamo's going to score. Okay, all you Lions haters, all you Lions doubters, I'm going to say this right now. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear one more word out of you. This is why I cannot stand haters. Quite literally. I will say this again with all the venom and I don't want to hear another damn word. I don't want to hear another motherfucking word out of you haters. I swear, I hate flip-flop fans. I started my show because of flip-flop fans and negative fans, and it still gets under my skin. Swear, I would be just as likely to lose my shit over flip-flop fans in reality. Whew! God. You want to find a way to piss me off in an instant? How about this, Andrew Ishman? How about you grow the hell up? How about you actually be loyal to a fan base that actually, does what it's supposed to do? If you don't like it, I got words for you. Get the fuck out of my stream. That's how much you've pissed me off, Andrew. Go! Get the fuck out. Daniels back in the gun. Got another try formation. Hands it off to Eckler. Eckler is going to pick up a solid 8. Second and 2 coming up. Daniels in the gun. Daniels snaps it. Going to be an option. Going to keep it. And Daniels is going to get out of bounds after picking up a first down. Daniels in the gun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end in motion from left to right. Hands the ball off to Robinson, and Robinson is only going to pick up 1 yard. Actually, that wasn't Robinson. That was Eckler. Pardon me. Second and 8 coming up. Daniels looks to throw. Daniels is going to throw. Throws it up deep, and it is caught. And the Commanders are now on the 6-yard line. No, they have not scored yet, Steve. Daniels in the gun, 1st and goal. Daniels is going to keep it, and Daniels is going to get maybe a yard, maybe 2. 2nd and goal coming up. I think that was Teddy Bridgewater's first time actually being in a game with meaningful actual usage. Daniels is in the gun. Daniels snaps, looks to throw, gonna roll out right, just throws it into the back of the end zone, incomplete, 3rd and goal. Two receivers and a tight end left. Daniel snaps, looks to throw, throws it, and gets it to Ertz. Man, that look right there from freaking Glenn. Wow. Glenn doesn't know what the hell to do. Goff is coming back in, folks. Yes, he's back. He's coming back in. All right, folks. Goff is back in. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Raymond in motion to the right. Goff snaps. Looks to throw. Goff is going to throw. Gets it to St. Brown. St. Brown's going to pick up a 1st down. St. Brown is moving quickly to the center of the field to do a hurry up. Goff snaps the ball, looks to throw. Goff throws it, gets it underneath to Laporta. It's going to be another 8 yards. Laporta is going to get it to the ref. Going to do another hurry up here. Goff snaps, looks to throw again. Goff is going to throw it and gets it to Gibbs. They're going to say it's caught. That is a catch. Great catch by Gibbs. Woo! Third and 3. Goff in the gun. Goff snaps, hands it off to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to pick up a first down and more. Going to get down near the 40-yard line. Lions are hurrying up yet again. Goff snaps, looks to throw. Goff throws, was going to get it to Gibbs, but the ball is batted at the line, incomplete, stops the clock. Goff snaps, looks to throw, and throws it, gets it to Gibbs underneath, and Gibbs is going to pick up another first down, and the Lions are going to call a timeout to stop the clock. Now the Commanders call a timeout. All right, you two, calm. Play nice. Let's just go to our separate corners and cool it. Goff snaps. Goff steps up. Goff throws. Goff is going to get it, and it's going to get intercepted. Commanders get the ball second half, Dean. And honestly, Sean, at this point, I'm trying my best not to lose my mind, is what I would say. Because honestly, I've been a Lions fan all my life, since I was 6 years old. And you know what? I know for a fact, I know for a 100% fact, that there are people that are in this stream that are older than I am. They've watched more games. They've gone through it more than I have. I get it. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this right now. I've been a fan, and I have been with this team, coach, quarterback, the whole 9 yards. I've been through it all. And I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing that I wouldn't say surprises me, because I know better, but the one thing that absolutely just is cringeworthy is that for all the times we have seen this team win under the most improbable of circumstances, and the fact that everybody is losing their minds, to me, is unfathomable. And the reason why I say that is because, do y'all not remember that the Lions have had 4 fourth quarter comebacks this year? 4. This is a team that, again, never say quit, never say die. The Lions are not down by freaking 18 points. They're not down by 24 points. They're down by 10 points. And yet, for the only thing about this game that really draws me the ire that I have is that everybody seems to forget that, and all they are basing their thoughts and emotions on is what is happening right now. This is why I hate recency bias above all else, because nobody puts into consideration what has happened prior to this point. Because let me put this out here for you. Is this the game that got us to where we are right now? No, it's not. It's the other 17 games that we played that got us to where we are right now. I am not losing faith. I am not losing my confidence in this team. I do not give one rat's ass about the fact that the Lions are down only by 10. This is a team that will not quit, which means I am not going to quit, which means I am not going to give up, which means I am not going to let myself get all salty about the fact that we're down by 10. This is why I got to be honest with y'all, because I can't do anything else. I hate liars, number one, but I detest not telling the truth. One of the reasons that I get so frustrated with live streams is because of this very thing right here. When we're winning, everybody and their brother wants to be, oh, happy, joy, it's the best of times in the world. But damn it all, if we don't start having problems, Everybody and their brother instantly wants to say, oh, this, that. It's like, dude, I ain't got time for that bullshit. I simply don't. I am a loyalist through and through. I am not going to let somebody deter my mood, but damn it all, if somebody's going to try, they're going to do it and push me to a level of I'm just going to lose it. But anyway, Daniels in the gun. Daniels snaps it, hands it off to the runner, and the runner's going to pick up a first down. Daniels in the gun, 3 receivers to the right. And Daniels is going to get tackled behind the line by Branch. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Going to be 2nd and 12. Again, folks, I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is a team that believes it can do anything. And if it believes it, it can do it. I'm not going to give up. I refuse to. 2nd and 12. Daniels in the gun. 2 receivers to the right. Man in motion. Daniels snaps. Looks to throw. Getting blitzed. Is going to run around. And he's going to get hit behind. And it's going to be Pascal, who's going to stop him for a 1-yard gain. It's now. Whoa! Flag! Flag! Dude freaking just pushed freaking Angelo to the damn ground. Third and 11 for the Lions. Jaden Daniels in the gun, empty set. Daniels looks to throw. There's a flag, but it's incomplete. But what's the flag for? It's against the Commanders. The flag is going to be denied. It's going to be 4th and 11. Commanders have to punt. Lions defense comes out and stands tall. Again, this is who the Lions are. They do not quit. They do not give a... Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, they do not give a flying F who they're playing and how far they're down. They will do what they're going to do. Lions offense is now going to come out. All right. Excuse me. Again, folks, this is why I say what I say about the Lions. The way I look at it is a very, very, very simple one. Everybody wants to think the Lions are going to do one thing or another. Let me put it to you this way. The Lions are going to do exactly what they're going to do, and that is going to be they're going to find ways to win. Again, I remember I was watching the halftime show, and I was listening to what Terry and the rest of the guys said on that panel. And the Lions kind of right now are the Chiefs in one sense. It's like, listen, the Lions don't give a crap how they play on the field so long as they get the win. And you know what? While I would love it if the Lions would play a perfect game every time they step out on the field, I'm not naive enough to know that's going to happen. There's going to be games where it's going to be an ugly win. And you know what? That might be what we're in for here, an ugly win. But you know what? I don't care. What I care about is whether or not we get to win. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's all anybody's going to care about. Ain't nobody going to care about the rest of it. Goff under center, 2 receivers to the right. St. Brown in motion. Goff snaps it. Hands it off to Monty. Monty's going to shed a tackle. Monty's going to bust it outside, and Monty's going to pick up a solid first down. Goff under center, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end to the right, man in motion. It's St. Brown. Goff snaps, play action, boot to the right. Goff throws it, going to throw it to Sam Laporta. Had nobody open, so wisely got rid of it, lived to fight another down. Goff in the gun. Goff snaps, hands it off to Monty. Monty's going to bounce it and go outside, then back in. Picks up another solid 8 yards. Going to be second. It's actually going to be 3rd and 2 coming up. Third and 2 coming up. Goff under center. Snaps it. Hands it off to Monty. And Monty is going to get nowhere, but there is a flag, and it looks like they're going to get the Commanders for a face mask. Because it looked like somebody pulled down freaking Montgomery by the face mask. First down, 15 yards for the Lions. Hey, we should have gotten that penalty called on the hit on Goff, so I call that a wash. Goff in the gun. Goff snaps, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to try and bounce it outside and is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Goff under center, 2nd and 11 for the Lions. Goff snaps it, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to, again, try to get outside, but can't. Only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's 3rd and 11 for the Lions. Actually, they gave him 1 yard, so it's 3rd and 10. Goff snaps, looks to throw. Goff throws it, gets it to St. Brown, and St. Brown picks up a first down and more. Lions are now on the opposite side of the 50. Lions are in business. Goff under center. St. Brown and Jamo to the right. Raymond to the left. Goff snaps it. Play action. Goff steps up. Goff throws underneath and was at the feet of Gibbs. Gibbs couldn't handle it. Incomplete. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers to the left and right. Goff snaps, looks to throw. Goff sets up a screen to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to bounce around. Gibbs is going to make a nice spin move and picks up a first down. Sorry, Hack, but no, you're wrong. Sorry. He is not a turn. He does not give the ball away too much. Sorry. You're basing 1 or 2 games off of that announcement. 1st and 10. Lions are inside the 30. Goff in the gun. Goff snaps, pitches it, and gives it to, whoa, look at this play. St. Brown, what a play. Lions pitch it and then lateral it to St. Brown. What a play design. Damn. What a play. I have never seen that play before. That is a toss back crack. Goff under center. Goff is killing the play, going to another one. Goff snaps it, hands it off to Gibbs, and Gibbs, holy crow! Gibbs just got blown up on the end of that play. Goff under center. Jamo in motion. Goff snaps, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs cuts inside, and Gibbs gets the touchdown. Lions back within 3. Lions don't quit. Again, grit, don't quit. Kick is up, kick is good. Lions are down by 3. All right. So here's the thing, folks. Lions are down by 3. Lions defense got a stop to start the first part of the second half. So the Lions defense has technically now gotten 3 stops. So we know the Lions defense can get stops, but they have to play structurally sound. They have to make sure that they keep guys in front of them. Because so far, the 2 plays that I keep noticing that the Commanders run that they are giving up the most is those runs right up the middle that are off of options, or they're giving up plays as well on some sort of a designed boot or RPO option. If you can keep it to where the down and distance is not applicable for either of those 2, then the Lions defense should be able to keep things relatively good. So again, I'm not going to let this I'm not giving up. There's a reason why this team is 15-2. We have had to earn a lot of games the hard way. This is a game where we're going to have to earn it the hard way. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be flashy, and it sure as hell is not going to be one that we're going to like about it. But I, again, am all about wins. I don't care how pretty, how flashy it is. All I care about is that W. And the kick is away, and it is going out the back of the end zone, and the Commanders will start at the 30. And see, this is exactly what I was talking about. The Lions, I knew they were going to blitz him. But what they have to do is they have to make sure that when they blitz him, they've got their stuff covered. They haven't done that. Daniels in the gun, man in motion. Daniels snaps, looks to throw, and he's getting pressured. He's going to roll, and he is going to only get a yard. Good outside containment there by both Melifonwu and Anzalone. 1 yard pickup for the Daniel. 1 yard pickup for Daniels. Almost called him the Daniels. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Commanders offense, Lions defense. Two receivers to the left and to the right. Daniels in the gun again. Daniels is going to run, and Daniels is going to get out of it, and Daniels is going to pick up another first down. I agree. Somebody needs to get a sack. I don't care if it's Za. I don't care if it's Anzalone, Branch. I don't care who it is. Somebody has got to sack him. Oh, Branch wasn't hurt. He was just trying to get his freaking thing cut off. How much you want to bet? The very first thing they're going to do is they're going to throw it at Norris. They're going to dial up some play over the middle, deep, and throw it right at Norris. And who the hell they got back wild deep? They got Norris as the one high safety. Oh, my Lord. I don't think that was malicious. I think that was more because of the fact he thought he had the ball. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, you go back 2 years, Goff got lit up for the very same damn thing. Daniels is in the pistol, steps up to the line, looks like he's calling something. Got that try set on the left-hand side for the receivers. Daniels snaps it, going to hand it off to the running back, and the running back is going to get about 6 yards. Second and 3 coming up. Commanders are at the 27-yard line. Going to be an option and is going to be given to the running back, and the running back is going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and inches coming up for the Lions defense. Third and inches, though they call it 3rd and 1. Handoff, and it's close, but I think they're going to give it to him. Are you not listening, JJ? I just said the freaking Commanders converted. They're on like the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Jaden Daniels in the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion to the right. Daniels is going to throw out quick to the right, and it is going to be a gain of nothing. And the ball was punched out, so it is going to be a 2nd and 10. Oh, actually, it's a 2nd and 11. So Commanders lost a yard. Second and 11. Daniels in the gun on the 25-yard line. Daniels snaps, looks to throw, throws underneath, and is going to get it to his running back, and the running back is going to pick up about 5 yards, maybe 6. It's going to make it about a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 coming up, depending upon the spot. Third and 6 coming up for the Lions defense. Daniels in the gun. Got 3 receivers to the left. 1 running back is on the outside. Man in motion. Daniels looks to throw. Daniels gets a throw off. It's complete, but it's underneath, and he is going to be dead. It's going to be 4th down for the Commanders. Wait, what the hell? Why are they marking him up there? Yeah, he's down right there. I think Branch is just a little bit gassed. He might have freaking got a stinger, a cramp. He might also just be out of air because it looks like he's fine. He's just like, hey, I need a breather. Oh, yeah, he's got a cramp. He's got a cramp, guys. Look at the way he's holding his leg. He's got the damn thing stretched out. He's probably got himself a Charlie horse or some nonsense. He probably just needs an IV of fluids. Yeah, Branch is not hurt. He just needs an IV of fluids. He's probably cramping up in his calf or his hammy or his quad. Based upon where he was down, it would either be a 4th and long 1 or a 4th and 2. So the Commanders could decide to go for it on 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, but I don't know what they're going to do. The last time they went for it on 4th and 1, they got stopped. All right. I'm going to be back in a second, folks. Daniels in the gun. Daniels snaps, does a quick pitch underneath, gives it to Eckler. Eckler's going to pick up another 6 yards. Going to be 2nd and 4 coming up. Daniels in the gun again. Two receivers to the right with a tight end and one receiver to the left. They're on the 7 or 8 yard line. Hands it off and is going to be a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that's going to end the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. Scores 31-28. Commanders are in front. It's 3rd and 2 at the 6 or 7 yard line for the Commanders. Back to the game. Daniels is in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right with a tight end. Arnold is going to tackle him behind the line. And it is a loss or it is a gain of nothing. So it is either 4th and a very long 2 or it is 4th and 3, one or the other. Lions are going to have to try and get another stop here on 4th and 2. Oh my God! Oh my God! Aaron motherfucking Glenn! Wow! How? Basic math! Basic mother scratching math. Thank you, Aaron Glenn. You don't, good Lord. How does Aaron Glenn, how does Dan Campbell not recognize that? And touchdown. Kicks up, kicks good. Commanders back out in front by 10. Kick is away. And Raymond is going to go nowhere. Took an absolutely horrendous take. Took an absolutely horrendous cut. Goff under center. Goff snaps, hands it off to Monty, and Monty is going to power forward for about 4 yards. Actually, it was for 5 yards. Guys, there is still a lot of time in this game. Goff snaps, play action, throws it, gets it out, gets it to Tim Patrick. Patrick is going to power his way forward. That was out of bounds. Tim Patrick's going to pick up a huge gain. Goff under center, trips right, one man to the left. Oh, there's a penalty. And wouldn't you know it, it's on Graham Glasgow. Wow. I can say this right now. Both coordinators have been absolutely bad this game. Both coordinators have been absolutely bad this game. Aaron Glenn can't get stops or turnovers, and at least 2 separate times has Ben Johnson called stupid plays. Wow. Sorry to say it, but you know what? Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, I don't know what they were planning this entire week and a half waiting for Washington, but they did not do a very good job planning. Game's not over yet, but suffice it to say, our coaching has not done its job today. Too many absolutely horrendous coaching decisions. Too many absolutely horrendous penalties that could have been absolutely avoided. Right now, at the top of my head, I can think of at least 3 or 4 plays that are 100% attributed to all 3 of the coaches that I'm talking about. The 12 men, attribute that one to Glenn. You should have your defense able and understanding of the fact that you should only have 11 damn man on the field. It is the freaking linebacker's job. It is Anzalone's job as the green dot to make sure that you have 11 man on the field, not 12. Then you take a look at the offense. There are at least 2 plays on offense I can think of that directly I'm looking at why. Why would you do this? The first play is that one we just saw with freaking J-Mo. Like, why in the hell would you let J-Mo roll out and throw a pass down the field? Jamison Williams is not a quarterback. And he sure as hell ain't a thrower under any stretch of the imagination. And then second of all, there's that other play. It's what? 3rd and 1? And instead of running the ball, what does Ben Johnson dial up? He dials up a pass, which that follows and attributes to Graham Glasgow, who did a poor-ass job of blocking, which led to the, that's right, the strip sack. again, I look at this, and to me, it's like Aaron Glenn didn't get his players prepared to play because they are just not there. And then you take a look at the offense. Ben Johnson's trying to get way too damn cute. Like, I got to be honest. I'm feeling as if both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, they kind of sold on us. They were more concerned about getting their head coaching jobs lined up than they were about making sure their game plans were set so that way they could get this game won. Like, at this point, I'm not even really watching the game anymore, to be honest. And that's kind of sad to say. Because you know why this is so sad? Again, I'm not saying the game's over, because it's not. Game's not over till it's over. Perry, Goff's interceptions were not the main problem. You can be quiet on that one. Did they help? Sure, they helped to add to the problem, but they're not the main reason. How about the fact that we can't get any stops virtually on defense? How about the fact that our coaches are not taking responsibility for the freaking play calls that they're putting in? I mean, for crying out loud, this is just what you call bad. Bad coach job all the way around. And honestly, the worst part about it is if we realistically want to be serious with ourselves here, this primarily falls. And here's how I'm going to look at it. I don't care if we win this game or not at this point. Even if we win this game, I am still going to have a big issue with Dan Campbell. Because, like, listen, dude, you had a bye week to get healthy, make sure your guys were freaking prepared. And your guys come out and they are not even close to prepared. That's the part about this that absolutely is 100% pissing me off more than anything, is that the freaking coaches did not get the players ready. That's the part about this that just absolutely infuriates me. You literally, as a team, got this team this far, and because of literally not having your players ready, you've quite literally put yourself in a position where you could possibly lose. Like, that's the part about this that just absolutely drives me up a wall. Like, absolutely insane. Is that you quite literally had more time to get ready, and you still could not do it. Wow. Terry McLaurin with a drop, 4th and 2. Gee, I wonder what the Commanders are gonna do. Chances are they're gonna go for it on 4th down. Gee, I wonder why. Again, at this point, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. At this point, I honestly have got to say it for what it is. The reason we lost this game, yeah, the turnovers didn't help us. Turnovers did not help us at all. But if we realistically want to point the finger at somebody, I'm going to just say it for what it is. It's the coaching. The coaching is what ultimately screwed us over. That's ultimately what did it. When your coaches do not put together the proper game plan, then you're not gonna get anywhere. Wow, so you're going to now start taking personal shots at my weight, are you? That's very interesting. You do realize I'm sitting down, right? You do realize I'm also wearing a tight neck freaking collar. You also do realize that, you know what? For you to attack me on something that you don't even know, what does that make you? Oh, that's right. That makes you a freaking internet troll, an internet warrior. I don't know you from freaking Adam. Oh, don't. See, here's the thing, folks. What I find funny is that people want to say stupid shit when they don't even know what the hell it is I go through on a day-to-day basis. See, that's the funny thing. You guys, all what you see is what's here. That's what everybody sees on the screen. But you know what's the funny part? Is that for the most part, nobody really knows what goes on inside of podcasters' everyday lives. I'll be honest, I've probably been more open about my personal struggles than, most people. I mean, for crying out loud, I've told you guys about my health problems. I've also told you guys about the fact that I'm pretty much alone in New York. Have been for virtually a year. So what I find funny is when people, rather than just simply, if you want to go after the team, that's one thing. You know what? That's fine. But attacking me, what the hell does that gain you? Like seriously, what the hell does that gain you? Like, I don't understand that one. You're attacking me, but in reality, I'm not the one that's playing. Again, the way I look at it is this. I've seen the Lions do some crazy things over the course of my 30-something years on this earth. I have literally seen the Lions do some crazy stuff. The Lions could still find a way to win this game. Will they? I don't know. I'll be honest, it's highly unlikely at this point. But you know what? It is what it is. If we lose, we lose. And you know what? I'm not going to let that deter me. I'm not going to let that, be something that is going to bring me down. Because you want to know why? I'll tell you why. And see, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Why? Why do you feel the need to do that? Just tell me. Tell me, William, why do you feel the need to personally attack somebody you don't know from Adam? Again, I'm personally asking you this. What do you possibly gain? I'll answer that question for you, Stingray. The reason why I can handle it is because of the simple fact of the nature is that I do not give up. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now, folks. If I was to sit down, and if I was to tell you all of the literal shit that I've had to deal with, wow. You do realize I'm married to a woman, right? Been married for 8 solid years. So again, now not only are you trying to insult my intelligence, but now you're trying to insult my sexuality. Really? I mean, dude, you're the kind of reason why people have no patience for others anymore. Bad part of the whole situation is this. How tall does that really make you feel? Because honestly, probably should make you feel about that big. For you honestly to want to attack me when you don't know me from Adam. That's the worst part about this whole little situation here. Again, I just... Again, guys, I'm not saying that, this isn't disappointing. I'm not saying that, what's happening is not okay. I'm not. But I will say this. For everybody in the future, because I know it's going to happen. I know it is going to happen. There are going to be at least 3 players that are going to get a majority of the blame for this game tonight. The first one's going to be Goff. And you know what? The problem of the matter is that for anybody that wants to, anybody that wants to try and solely blame this game on Goff, they don't know jack about football. Let's just be honest. Goff's 2 interceptions, yeah, they sure as hell didn't help. They sure as hell didn't help. But you know what? That's irrelevant. It's kind of hard to win a game when your defense can't even get one stop more than maybe once a quarter. That's the part about this that absolutely should drive more Lions fans crazy than anything. Is think about this, folks. Truly think about this. I'm actually going to just, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to just sit here and talk to you guys. Seriously. I'm going to actually sit here and talk. I turned off the game. Because you know what? This is what we're going to do now. We're going to sit here, we're going to talk. Here's what this is what you should be truly upset about tonight. You want to know what you should truly be upset about? This is what you should be upset about. You should be upset about the fact that the Lions, even though we scored 31 points on offense, still couldn't win a playoff game. Think about this. Think about that. This goes right back to the same problem that we had back in the early 2002 season. Remember early 2002 or 2022? I sure as hell remember it. Our offense was putting up points in droves. I still remember when we lost 48-45 against the damn Seahawks. Like, seriously, think about that. How is it that you're losing a game when you're putting up 30, 40 plus points? Shouldn't be that way. That right there is the biggest thing that ought to tell you everything about why this game was lost. Now, I will say this. The fact that the Lions had so many players out on defense, that itself didn't help either. You lose McNeil, you lose Hutchinson, you lose Carlton Davis. Yeah, that shit's not going to help either. That is not going to help. So you know what? To a certain extent, yeah, the injuries, they killed us. Suffice it to say, the injuries finally caught up with us. They finally caught up. And unfortunately, it had to be at the worst possible time ever to do it. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Here's what this loss is going to do more than anything. Because here's the upside to this. You want to know what here's what the truly good upside about this whole thing is. At this point now, Brad Holmes has got no choice. Because you can't tell me that the offense is the problem here. You want to know why you can't tell me the offense is the problem? The reason why the offense isn't the problem is because this offense just went out and had the fourth highest scoring season in NFL history. You score 564 points in a whole year for fourth most all time. That tells me the offense is not the problem. The problem is the defense. The problem has always been the defense. It's been the defense since day one. And the worst part about it is that I will still give Aaron Glenn his credit that he was able to keep this defense together for as long as he could. I'll at least give him that. Because to try and make this defense work for the length of time that it has with 30 different starters is absolutely ridiculous. But the problem about this that absolutely ridiculously peeves me off more than anything is the fact that Aaron Glenn has been given more opportunities with more resources than any other defensive coordinator, I think, in modern NFL history. Think about that. Aaron Glenn has quite literally gotten so many different starting level talents on his defense, either via trades, drafts, whatever have you. Mad Max Goff is not the reason for this loss. Quiet. The reason we lost this game is because the defense couldn't stop a runny nose with a damn tampon. Think about that. That's the reason why. You take a look at this entire game. The Lions quite literally, only were able to manage 3 stops. That was it. 3 stops on defense. We stopped them one time on 4th and 1. We stopped them one time to hold them to a field goal. And then we stopped them the very first drive of the second half. That was it. So what does that tell you? That tells you this. Every other freaking time that the Commanders had the ball, they're scoring. They're scoring all the way. Which tells me this. Again, the offense has to be perfect. And I'm sorry. The Lions offense, as good as it's been this year, it's not going to be perfect. You can't be perfect 100% of the time. That right there is what screwed us over. If your defense can't get more than 1-2 stops in a game where you're not giving up points, that's what screwed us over. That's what caused us to lose, not the offense, not Goff's interceptions. There's no offense ever in the history of the freaking, history of the NFL that has ever been perfect. And suffice it to say, there's never going to be an offense in the history of the NFL that's ever going to be perfect. Again, Mad Max, this is one area I'll agree with you on. The entire thing about this game has shown me that, coaching was not there tonight. Dan Campbell wasn't there. Ben Johnson wasn't there. Aaron Glenn sure as hell wasn't there. Zero Hack, I understand what you're trying to say, but again, that's not reality. It's not reality. You want to know why it's not reality? It's because you're going to have a situation every now and again where the quarterback is going to have turnovers. It's part of the game. Zero Hack, let me ask you this question. When your offensive line is having problems trying to stop the kind of defensive line that the Commanders have, plus on top of that, your defense can't stop a fart in church, that at that point tells me one simple thing. The Lions have got to make ridiculous amount of plays, and that is why, again, it tells me that the Lions were already in a bad position going into this game. And I had a subtle feeling in the back of my mind, but you know what? As a Lions fan, I said, nope, couldn't possibly happen. But you know what? It did. And I got to give my hats off to the Commanders. They came in, they executed a perfect game plan. That's what they did. I can't be upset about that. They came in and they handled their business. It's that simple. The way I look at it is very simple here. You know what? You can talk about the officiating crew with a couple of, bad penalties here or there. Yeah, that's possible. That's something you could throw in there. But for every bad call we got, the Commanders got a couple themselves. So, okay, you can't really go too far with the officiating crew. So then you could possibly go with the players themselves. Players looked a little rusty, hadn't played a whole week. That's a possibility. But honestly, what it all comes down to is coaching. That's what it comes down to. I mean, for crying out loud, think about this. The Lions literally had a whole week to rest, and then they had a week to get ready for the Commanders. That right there, and then you still come out and you lay a goose egg. Even though you didn't technically lay a goose egg, you scored 31 points. But in essence, you laid a goose egg on national television as the best team in the NFC. That's not good. Here's the thing, folks. I'm still proud of my Lions. I really am. Lions accomplished stuff this year that's very seldom ever been accomplished in NFL history. So for that, I'm proud. But I will tell you this. This loss, if anything, should tell you right now that there is a huge, huge, huge problem with coaching and with the defense. Again, I'm not going to shy away from the truth here. When your defense can't get more than 2 solid stops in a game, that means all the pressure's on the offense, and the offense still put up 30-plus points. You can't win games that way. You just can't. And yeah, like I said, you know what? There was a lot of defensive injuries. It sucks. I get it. I understand it. But it's not an excuse. You've got to find a way to win. And you know what? I know it's not an excuse because the entirety of the rest of the year prior to this point, we found ways to win. We found ways to win against some really damn good teams. So why couldn't we do it tonight? It's because the coaching wasn't there. The coaching didn't have the players ready. It's that damn simple. And I guarantee you that is exactly what Campbell is going to say when he gets in front of the podium. I guarantee you that's exactly what he's going to say. And you know what? The worst part about this is Rich, I'm not going to cut no shit because I'm not giving any shit. You want to know why? The interception didn't make a damn bit of difference. Because at the half period, we were only down by 10. And then, what happened as soon as we came back out? That's right, we got a stop on defense. We came right back and we scored a touchdown to bring it within 3. The momentum had not stopped. So the interception was not the reason that the team stopped playing or the reason the team started losing. That was not the reason. The defense is 100% the reason. When you have a defense that quite literally only gets 2 stops where the other opposing team does not get points, that is the reason. There's no 2 ways around it. Oh yeah, sure. Goff's 2 interceptions resulted in 14 points. One by the opposing offense, and it was a pick 6. But let's just call it for what it is. Let's just simply call it for what it is. You take those 14 points off. Now what are you talking about? You're talking about maybe only a 10-point lead? You're still down by double digits. It's not just the offense. It's not just Goff's interceptions. It's the defense. It's been the mother flipping defense since the start of time with this organization with Campbell. It's always been the defense. Because let me ask you this question. How many games, in truth, has the defense won for us in comparison to the offense over the last, 4 years? Not many. In fact, the offense has had to bail out the defense more times than not. Now, that's not to say the defense didn't play great ball this year at certain points. But the problem is that, I'm sorry, when you give up 45 points in a game, I'm sorry, you're not going to win. Man, well, I'm right here. If you want to be an asshole, be an asshole. I don't really give a fuck. That's my response to you. I do not give one rat's ass. You want to be an asshole? Go right ahead. It's your prerogative. But you know what? I really don't care. Simply don't. I know where I stand, and I am perfectly content where I'm at. Because here's what I do know for a fact. While we lose tonight, you guys don't have much going forward for you. Because, that's right. You guys don't have a future at your quarterback position. While Stafford is still playing pretty good, he's only got about another year or 2 left in him. And suffice it to say, that's probably about how much time McVay has left. And once those 2 are gone, the Rams are going to go back to the obscurity that they've been since, forever. So yeah, you know what? Have your moment in the sun now, Mr. Chuckles. You can have it. You've earned it. But you know what? I really don't care. Again, the way I look at it is very simple. You can try and dodge it. You can try and pony it on somebody else. Point of the matter is that when you break it down, there are 3 reasons why we lost this game tonight. 3 reasons. 1, coaches not doing their jobs. Aaron Glenn did not have this defense ready to play. And the biggest example I can think of as to why that's the case is that stupid 12-man penalty. It is 4th and 2. You are in the red zone. you should make sure above all else that no stupid ass penalty gets called. And you literally, quite literally, give the easiest penalty away. I mean, how hard is it to make sure you only have 11 men on the field? Like, how hard is it to count to 11? I freaking have 5-year-olds that can count to 11 and somehow your dumb ass can't? Like, seriously. And then you have to take a look at Ben Johnson's dumb ass. You go back to that 3rd and 1 play on freaking in the red zone. It's 3rd and 1. What do you decide to do? You decide to call up a pass play. You've got David Montgomery and you've got Gibbs. Mind you, Gibbs up to that point had been literally destroying the freaking Commanders, gashing them for 10 plus yards a pop. And instead of calling a run play on 3rd and 1, you call a pass play. And then, to make matters worse, Graham Glasgow, how is it you can't block your guy, which then results in the strip sack on Goff? Like, seriously. And then, dude, I'm sorry, but for as much as I've loved Ben Johnson's trick plays, that stupid-ass trick play that he made freaking J-Mo throw, I'm sorry. That one right there showed me that he was trying to be cute. And it's like, you know what? For the majority of the year, him being cute, it worked for him. But I'm sorry, tonight it didn't work very well. The only time that he being cute actually worked was that one play where they did that toss to Demo and then they did that snap crack back to freaking Amon-Ra St. Brown. That was a pretty nice, damn good play. But past that, again, I said it earlier, and again, I'm going to say it again now. I'm going to say it again now. I 100% believe to my bones, I'm telling you, I honestly believe that, you know what? Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, they sold on us. I truly 100% believe that Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn sold. They sold on us. They were so focused on getting head coaching interviews and getting a job lined up that they were not focused on this game. And it shows. When you literally come out and you quite literally shit the bed like you did, and you have these dumb penalties and you have these dumb plays, I'm sorry. You've spent the entire or complete rest of the season doing absolutely wonderful work. But as soon as you start getting coaching interviews, Jiminy freaking crickets. Now look at what we're seeing here. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this right now. The fact that the NFL allows coaches that are in playoff teams the allow to interview, I think that is the worst possible thing in the world. Because now what you're doing is you're taking away coaches who should be game planning for the opponent that they're playing against. Now they're spending time getting ready for interviews for potential coaching jobs. And as much as you might want to say, oh, well, you know what? My responsibility comes to the team first. Bullshit. Because I know human emotions. You want to know what they're more worried about? They're more worried about themselves. How much money can I make? How much further can I advance my career? That's what they're worried about. I'm sorry to say it. This is the result of this loss is coaching. With a big old capital C. Coaching. Aaron Glenn sold on us. Ben Johnson sold on us. And Dan Campbell, I'm sorry to say this, but the fact that you didn't do more during your week and a half to get ready for this tells me you did not do whatever it is you were supposed to do. It's that damn simple. You had an offense. You had an offense that quite literally was the 4th highest scoring offense of all time. And you quite literally squandered that. You squandered it. And the worst part about this is this is what I know is going to happen. Mark my words. Mark my words and put them down in a fucking notebook somewhere, because it's going to happen. I'm willing to bet you money. I would not at all be surprised if when we get to the draft, the first thing that we see is not a defensive freaking player get drafted. That's the one thing about this I don't think is going to happen, is if we get to the draft, I don't think the Lions are going to draft a defensive player. You want to know why? Is because, quite simply put, they're just not going to say, you know what? Again, I don't know how to put it. There are so many things with this game that just absolutely, you start reflecting all the different decisions that led us to this point, and you're just like, dude, you start really questioning things. Like, you really start questioning things. And you know what? I'm not questioning it because I'm all of a sudden now doubting my Lions. I'm questioning it because it's like, okay, to get to this point, to have the best record in the NFL, and you still do this, okay, that tells me that there is something here that is not right in Denmark. Anyway, folks, I can clearly tell here that everybody's wanting to, just now fade off into obscurity. But you know what? I'm going to say this right now. I don't have an issue with the players. There's not a problem with the players, at least on offense. There's not a problem with the players on offense. There's not even mostly a problem with the players on defense. Because if you think about it, Aiden Hutchinson's is a great player. Lee McNeil, great player. Freaking Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, great players. You go to the offense, J-Mo, St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Gibbs, Goff, great players. Again, it's not the players that's the problem. It's not the players. The players are not the issue. The issue this year was quite simply coaching and injuries. That's what it boils down to. It's that. That's what boils down to. Is that damn simple. Because when you got coaches that don't have a proper game plan, and you also have too many injuries on defense to stop a damn fart in church, I'm sorry, you're not going to win games. You know what? You guys can say it's because of Goff. You guys can say it's a curse. You know what? I don't buy that for a second. I don't buy it for a second. The reason why I don't buy it for a second is because of the exact same reasons why I said Goff was going to be the franchise quarterback. It's the exact same reasons why I said the Lions were going to do as good as they did do this year. It's because the players are good. It's because the players know what they're doing. It's because our players have the right mindset. It's the defense. It's that damn simple. When you have a defense that can't get a stop to save its life, you're not going to win. You want to know why I know this? Go back to the 1980 Chargers. Okay, Loke, I've had enough of you. You can't freaking separate your head from your ass. Goff can't win when the defense can't make stops. The reason why I know this is because Dan Fouts couldn't do it. If Dan Fouts can't do it, ain't nobody going to do it. It's that damn simple. Again, when you have a defense that can't get stops and a coaching, right, Love is way better than Goff. You're an idiot, Slim. That's about the entire span and breadth of your freaking IQ if you think that. Only one problem, Stephen Moore. Goff didn't throw 5 picks. He only threw 3. Would you like to try again? Because, oh, that's right. J-Mo threw a pick. Goff had a fumble. There were 3 picks. Point of the matter is that at the end of the day, defense freaking didn't do us no favors. Defense literally did no favors. It's that simple. And you know what? I give my hats off. Commanders, you came in, you handled your business. Gotta give you guys your kudos, and I truly mean that. Congratulations. Congratulations to the Commanders. They earned it. Again, I've said it before. I'll say it again now, and I'll say it again tomorrow. The reason we lost this game, if you had to literally boil it down into a percentage, 80% of it was coaching, 20% of it was injuries. That's literally what I believe, and pretty much the way I saw it on the field. That is exactly what happened. When you have coaches that quite literally do the kind of shit that we saw tonight, they weren't invested in that game. They weren't invested at all. They were, like I said, they were so more concerned about what was going to happen afterwards that they were not focusing on what was happening in the here and now. And then again, like I said, the injuries. When you got 30 different starters that were playing throughout the course of the year, and then you lose another starter, yeah, the injuries, they caught up to us finally. The fact that the Lions were able to make it work as long as they did without having to resort to the extremism that we've seen, hey, it is what it is. I hate it. It sucks. But it's the truth. If we'd have had Hutchinson, chances are it would have been different. If we'd have had McNeil and Hutchinson, it definitely would have been different. But you know what? As the saying goes, coulda, shoulda, woulda. If only counts in damn horseshoes and hand grenades. So the way I look at it is this. You know what? Aaron Glenn is probably going to become the new head coach of the Jets or the Saints. And you know what I got to say to the Jets or Saints? Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. Because you're going to find out really quickly that your team is not going to go anywhere. And I mean that in all sincerity, because you know what? The Aaron Glenn is just not going to make it as a head coach. Aaron Glenn is not going to make it. And the reason why is because Aaron Glenn is just too damn stubborn. I'm sorry, but you know what? I watched the whole game tonight. Well, not the whole game. I have to stop myself there. I watched most of the game tonight. And you know what? For the majority of that game, I did not see very much adjustments. I did not see many at all. And it's like, listen, you know what? For a coach that won't make a whole hell of a lot of adjustments when the time is absolutely required, you're not going to win a lot of ball games. Now, for Ben Johnson, here's what I got to say about this one. Ben Johnson, there's a possibility he could go to the Raiders. There's a possibility he might not. I don't know. But this is what I do know about Ben Johnson. Brilliant play designer. Guy can draw up plays like they're nothing. But I'll tell you this right now. I've said it before, I'll say it again now. There are times when Ben Johnson calls plays and I'm wondering what the hell's he thinking. Rich Forrest, there's a possibility he might not go. Because think about it. Go back to last year while we're on the topic of the Commanders. Everybody and their brother thought for sure, 100%, he was going to become the Commanders' next head coach. And at the last damn second, he pulled out. He said, nope, I want to stay where I'm at. I'm telling you this right now. After this loss, I would not at all be surprised if it all comes down to it and now Ben Johnson's now thinking, man, I looked like shit. I want to redeem myself. And then all of a sudden he comes back for another year. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. I would think that would probably be the more likely of the two scenarios. And the reason why is because of the simple fact of the matter is this. Ben Johnson is looking for the optimal situation. And you want to know why he is? Because Ben Johnson knows, just like I do, he cannot make this offense work without not this offense. He can't make the offense that he has work without the proper pieces. Because think about it. He needs to have a quarterback that is at least a top 10 quarterback. Jared Goff is a top 10 to top 5 quarterback. You can say what you want about this game, but you know what? Goff gave everything he had despite of the fact that the defense literally crapped the bed on him multiple times. He needs to have a strong running game. Kind of hard to find a strong running game in the NFL now when, that's right, most NFL teams only have one good running back, let alone a great one. Then on top of that, you also got to have a damn strong offensive line. Damn strong offensive line. Most offensive lines are not going to have the amount of talent we have. The reason I'm simply saying it for what it is that if you truly step back and you think about this, Ben Johnson realizes that if he leaves and he goes to any other team as the head coach, chances are he is not going to freaking get very far. Because there's no team out there that has a head coaching vacancy that's going to have what he's looking for. The closest team that has what he's looking for is probably the Cowboys. And the Cowboys are seeming to be mostly interested in trying to bring in freaking, what the hell's his name? Escapes me right now. Primetime. Deion Sanders. That seems to be who they're most interested in bringing in. But honestly, here's what I think is going to happen. I think that Aaron Glenn's probably going to take either the Jets or the Saints job. And I think Ben Johnson is either going to probably go with the Raiders because they're the most heavily named team out there, or he's going to come back for yet another year. That's what I honestly think is going to happen. Now, if both of them wind up leaving, here's what I think happens as far as the replacement options. I would not at all be surprised if the Lions were to do an internal replacement of Ben Johnson with either Mark Brunell or Tanner Estranged. I would not at all be surprised at that one. Now, as far as defense is concerned, if they were to do an internal promotion, it would probably either be the defensive line coach or it would probably be either Kelvin Shepard. But that one I could possibly see them going outside for because there's a lot of good defensive-minded coaches out there right now looking for jobs. But here's what I'm going to say. The Lions have everything they need on offense to win a Super Bowl. They've got a guy that can get you to a Super Bowl. They got a guy that can win you a Super Bowl. They've got an offensive line that can do it. They've got two great running backs. They've got two great receivers, a tight end. They've got everything they need on offense. Got everything they need. Defense, completely different story. They got a lot of great pieces. They got Hutch. They got McNeil, Branch, Kirby. They've got Za'Darius. They got a lot of good pieces. Got DJ Reader too. But here's the problem is what they don't have is a good damn coach. Aaron Glenn is a great motivator in the sense that the players love him. But I'm sorry to say it, you need more than motivation if you're going to be a defensive coordinator. And Aaron Glenn, I don't think is that. So here's what I'm expecting. If Aaron Glenn goes, I wouldn't at all be surprised if the Lions were to possibly look at guys like Robert Saleh, pardon me. They could potentially go after, what's his name? Rex Ryan, who's possibly looking for a job. He's expressed a lot of interest in the Lions and support for the Lions in the past. You know what? There's a lot of different guys out there that have defensive backgrounds that the Lions could go after. But again, the way I look at it is this. The Lions have everything they need offensively. They have offensive-minded coaches that are really good. They've got the quarterback, they've got the receivers, they've got the line, they've got the running backs, everything. What we need is a good defensive-minded coach. And what we also need is we need to get a replacement for the freaking sports training and conditioning coach. Because I'm sorry, that whoever the hell that is, they need to go bye-bye. Because whoever was in charge of the strength and conditioning this year, they failed miserably. They need to go. Because it's like, listen, whatever the hell you did, it did not help our team whatsoever. So, again, some people are going to agree with me. Some people are going to literally, disagree with me. I don't really give a shit. I know that in my mind, I'm right. The reason we lost this game tonight was not Goff. He definitely didn't help, but he wasn't the reason we lost. The reason we lost was because of the defense not showing up and injuries. Plus, on top of that, to add to the defense was coaching. Coaching was quite literally the biggest reason we lost. And then the injuries were the second. That simple. Theory, you can cut that shit out. Stafford is not coming back here, and I don't want Stafford back. Stafford couldn't even win a damn freaking playoff game here. Goff has at least done that. And Goff has gotten us 2 division championships. So you know what? Stafford can kiss his freaking cleats. I'll tell you how I don't blame Goff, Jeff. The reason why I don't blame Goff is because how is Goff supposed to win when the defense can't get more than 2 damn stops? Tell me that. Dan Fouts couldn't do it with the damn Chargers in the damn 80s. If he couldn't do it, what makes you think Goff's going to do it? If your defense can't stop the opposing team from getting points, as we saw with the freaking Bills, how in the hell's Goff supposed to win? Because go back to that game against the Bills. Goff was perfect. Guy threw freaking damn near 500 yards, 4 or 5 touchdowns, and we still lost. You can't win games if your defense can't stop the opposing team. Because literally, let's think about this. Let's just say, devil's advocate, Goff was to go out and have a similar game like he had against the Bills. It still wouldn't have mattered. We still would have lost. The point of the matter is that it's not going to happen if you don't have a defense that can get a stop. Jeff, I know he threw fucking interceptions. Jeez. Just because he threw interceptions doesn't mean that's the reason we lost the damn game. Jeff, you're a goddamn idiot. I'm sorry. You couldn't tell football from a freaking basketball. Jiminy freaking crickets. You know why I'm getting feisty, Logan? Is because people don't listen for shit. You want to blame Goff? Okay, please answer me this question. How is Goff supposed to win when the defense can't get a stop? If you can give me that answer, then by all means, I will let it go. But the point of the matter is, you can't. Because we've already seen an example of how that wasn't the case, because Goff played as perfect of a quarterback game as you could possibly have against the Bills. Oh, and that's right. We still fucking lost. So, once again, if the quarterback plays as good as he possibly can, which Goff threw damn near 500 yards and 4 or 5 touchdowns in that game, and we still lost, what makes you honestly think that anything would have been different tonight? Not a damn thing. If the defense can't get stops consistently and they're constantly allowing the opposing offense to get points, it don't matter how good your quarterback plays. Did Goff have a great game? No, he didn't. But here's what I'm trying to say. Whether or not Goff would have had a great game or not is irrelevant. Goff could have had the best game imaginable. We still would have lost. That's the problem with all you freaking Stafford slappies and Goff haters are not understanding. Goff could have gone out there and had, again, let's just say he could have had another game like against the freaking, Seattle Seahawks. It doesn't matter. We still would have lost. If you can't stop an opposing defense, if you can't stop an opposing offense from scoring, it don't matter how many points you put up. I'm sorry. Argue with me all you want, but you know what? The facts ain't going to change. It just does not matter. If you can't stop the opposing offense from scoring points, you ain't going to win. It's that damn true. Again, Tom, I agree. The defensive injuries killed us too. But again, I'm sorry to also say this. Aaron Glenn did not help us out either. Neither did Ben Johnson. Let's put this out in perspective there, Sean. Even if you take those 21 points away, doesn't really make much difference. Whatever. I'm not going to continue to argue with you people that want to argue with me about this. Point is, Goff didn't have a great game. That's simple. But you know what? Goff was not the reason we lost. Anybody that wants to argue that point, you don't know football. It is that damn simple. You're right, Jeremy. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. And the reason why nothing worked is because the coaches didn't do anything. The coaches quite literally did not do a damn thing for the entire week and a half prior to this. But anyway, I got to go because I got literally 14 minutes before I have to get back to duty. So I'm going to end this and I'm going to start making my notes for the episode I've got tomorrow because I'm going to be entirely honest. Oh boy. I'm already getting ready for people just to absolutely go crazy in the freaking comments section, but it is what it is. I already know that I'm going to have my fair share of people that are going to want to say a whole bunch of crap. I don't care. I've gone through this 3-4 years prior when people wanted to tell me I was wrong about Goff. I was proven right then. I'm still right now, and I am not going anywhere on it. So I will see y'all tomorrow morning when I am still tired and have not had a wink of sleep. So until then, adios, folks.